guys, thanks for stopping by my channel. So today's video is going to be another Temu finds video. I found this storage container solution for my alcohol markers. It's supposed to hold 240 markers. Didn't realize it was gonna have to be assembled. When I pick items to show you guys through the influencer program, on my end, I can't really see the full description of the items. So I was definitely surprised when it arrived flat like this. So we're gonna unbox it and I'm gonna do step-by-step on putting it together with you guys. And full disclosure, I am a Temu affiliate and I am a part of their influencer program. So any links that I place in the description box are affiliate links, and I do get some compensation when you click on those links, and I do appreciate when you do. It allows me to bring you guys more art supplies that we can test out and see if they're worth it or not, and you can make a more educated decision when making your purchases, because there's a lot of different art supplies out there and sometimes it is confusing and hard to decide which one is best for you. So that's what I like to do here on the channel. So this marker storage case was under $30, which I thought was a pretty good deal. I did see quite a few different ones on Temu in particular that held less markers for either the same price or actually even more than this one cost. So this was very securely wrapped. I am very pleasantly surprised. If you are a frequent Temu shopper like me, you know, sometimes the packages come not always in the best shape, but lately I have been noticing a little bit of an improvement on a lot of the things I've been ordering, so I am pretty happy about that. This comes in several pieces, as you can see. I do kind of like putting stuff together. I kind of enjoy it actually a little bit. I usually don't even look at the instructions, to be honest with you guys, but today we're gonna do step-by-step instructions. I'm gonna play by the rules today. So it has a little screwdriver, so that's cool. We don't have to look around for one in our house. There's some screws. I'm gonna separate them out into their specific piles. The instructions are labeled, have them labeled as A, B, C, D, and there are 5 steps we have to go through to get this put together. Okay, so this big square piece is part A, and the instructions say for step 1 we have to attach the 2 C's to the part A, which that part is pretty simple. Just pop them in on each side. Well, we're already off to a great start. Now let's move on to step number 2. That one shows us that we need to add the 2 B's together. This was a little bit more difficult for me anyway, to get this part snapped in. It was a little, you can see it's a little tough, but I did eventually get it together. The other parts kind of started falling apart a little, but especially since I'm trying to do this in a way which I can show you exactly what I'm doing. I don't have a lot of space here, but on the other side I kind of tried to clear out the little holes. I thought maybe that might have been the problem, why it was a little bit more difficult to get them snapped in, because there's a little bit of plasticky residue in there. So I do think that helped a little bit be able to get it more easily snapped in there. So now we're moving on to step 3. Pretty much from this point on, it's pretty smooth sailing. From here, we got the box structure pretty much. Now we just have to insert all of the D parts, which is just basically the little shelvings for the markers. Alright, next we're going to move on to part number 4, and this is the parts that are labeled as E. And they're just the little dividers for the shelves that go in between, so you can have individual markers. You can leave these out, actually, if you wanted to have maybe more space, or you had different sized markers you might want to try and fit into these slots. There are some product photos showing this marker case without these little dividers too, so that is an option as well. Okay, so we're almost at the home stretch here. We're on to step number 5, and this is for the parts labeled F. And these are just longer dividers than the parts, the E parts, and they just slip into the 3 deeper wells here in the marker holder. All right, so the final step is just to add the screws, and they gave us 6 screws, but there's only 4 holes, so they gave us 2 extra, so that's cool in case you drop one, or, you know, usually sometimes you might lose one in the process here. So we just have to do these 4 screws, 2 on each side. Then we'll be all set to fill it up with some markers. So I do think I screwed this one a little bit too tight on the first one, so on the rest of them I kind of tried to make sure I didn't go too far and tighten them too much, because you don't want them to be so tight that they could accidentally crack the case. Because I do think these pieces are wood, but it's a very thin type of wood, so just be careful. All right, so we're all done with our assembly. Now is for the fun part. Let's put in some markers. I'm putting in my Arteza alcohol markers just because I had them sitting in the black fabric cases that they came in originally. And I'm the type of person that if something is out of sight, it's totally out of mind. So I thought if I put them into this storage box, I have a better chance of actually using them. So what I think is really neat about these storage boxes, that they are stackable. You can get more and you can make a whole marker wall out of them. You could add them to your bookshelves. I do have some bookshelves that I got from Target in a similar type of style to these. So I think once I fully get myself together and organized, I think I might try and add these to those existing bookshelves and kind of intersperse them with my books and my other storage bins. So I'd love to hear what you think about this marker storage box. It was pretty easy to put together. It maybe took me about 15 to 20 minutes once I actually unpacked it and looked at the instructions, looked at the pictures, and figured out what went where. I do hope this was helpful for any of you. if you were thinking about picking this up, now you know what it looks like, and you know if it's something that you would feel comfortable putting together yourself. So of course, if you have any questions, you can feel free to leave them down below in the comment sections, or you can email me. My email address is always in the description box, and the link for this marker storage will also be in the description box. Or you can even just pop in my code. I'll flash it up on the screen for you. If you type that into the search box on Temu, it should populate a list of some of my favorite things and the last few things that I've reviewed here on Temu. So I'm just going to show you real quick what it looks like when it's actually upright and has the markers in it. And you can see my messy piles of stuff in the background, but you can see it has a little shelf on the top that you can put another one on top and stack them up. Yeah, so I'm going to leave you with the last few minutes of some marker ASMR, and I hope you guys all have a really great rest of your day. Happy coloring, and I'll see you guys in the next one.